Alright, what's up guys? We got the transmission out of the S14. We're gonna, if you can't hear it, or if you didn't hear it in the last video, the clutch was making like a funny noise. I believe it's a pilot bearing, so I ordered one from AutoZone. I'm gonna get a new one and then we'll put it on, I guess. See if that fixes it. I hope it does. But that funny noise, I'll play it right now. Yeah, so that's a funny noise. I hope it's the pilot bearing, because if it's not really sure what it could be besides the throw-out, but the throw-out bearing looks to be fine to me, so I guess we'll put it in, put the tranny back in, and see if that fixes it. So, alright guys, so I got the clutch off. This is the spacer I had on the car. I'm pretty sure that motor wasn't automatic. That's why that spacer doesn't look like this spacer. So while the clutch is off, I'm just going to throw this spacer on. Probably better for the car anyways, but I'll go show you like what we have going on over here. It's on 4 rims. The bumper is completely painted black. It looks way better now. Alright guys, so now we're underneath the car. We got the clutch out. We got the flywheel, the impact. Dude, it's easier to use that than a breaker bar. And then here it is. That's the bushing I have to get out right here. This one. So I'm just gonna try and get that out. If I can't get it out, I guess I'm gonna have to borrow or rent a bearing puller, like pilot bearing puller from AutoZone. Yeah, I guess I'll show once we get it out or something like that. Alright guys, so I guess I'm just an idiot because I put the clutch in backwards and that was the noise that was coming from it. You can see from the bolts that the rivets on this were hitting and like shaving off the bolts. So I guess I'm just a retard and fucked up putting the clutch in. But we're gonna throw it back in. I'm not gonna put a new pilot bearing in. I'm getting it anyways, so if it is that, I guess we're gonna have to drop it again, but I guess we'll see. Alright guys, so we're just gonna try and find the alignment tool for the clutch. It's in here somewhere.
I don't know where, but...
What clutch is it? Little puppy's back. Okay. Little puppy's back.
It'll probably be Saturday.
Alright guys, so we couldn't find the tool at Tim's house, so we just made like a little tool out of the spark plug thing with electrical tape around it. So the clutch is in. I'm gonna have my brother help me throw the tranny in real quick. And then that's all for today because I'm going out to eat. Just had to carry the tranny all the way from my garage over here. It's a little heavy, but I got it done. Alright guys, so I'm just going to put this clutch fork and throw-out bearing back in. I was planning on using my buddy's 350Z fork and throw-out bearing because, I don't know, just replace it while it's out, but this one's, it's pretty much fine, so I'm just going to put this one back in. And then I guess I'm going to try and throw the tranny in myself. Alright, so in order to get the tranny back underneath the car, we have to jack it up just a tiny bit. So otherwise it wouldn't fit. But. Alright guys, so the 240 almost just fell on those two, but we saved it. They fixed the clutch and they're just putting it back together. We got the 2J. We got a couple of 240s here right now. And missiles. Alright, we'll be at Thompson Speedway, the 12th, ripping these.
You want me to?
Yeah. Come out if you can make it. Just putting the 240 in the garage, you gotta fix the clutch. Starting to rain. Gotta get it in the garage.
Kid clearly doesn't know how to fucking work on 240s.
Put this in the garage. It's starting to rain. It's supposed to rain tomorrow.
I don't know why we're putting it in the garage either, because working in the rocks is so fun.
Yeah. We've been working in rocks, but putting it in the garage, take the tranny out, and fix the clutch. Alright guys.
Alright, it's not moving.
Take the e-brake off.
Yeah, let me take my hydro off.
Ryan's not pushing at all. Push the car.
I'm pushing.
Oh my god. Get in it. Steer it. Steer it. Steer it. Oh, look, a ratchet.
Alright guys, so at the moment,
pushing this thing into the garage.
This roach, because it doesn't drive.
What is that?
The fuck was that? Like every 240, they always break. Let's rip it.
What's that dog shit, man?
Oh shit. Alright guys, we made it down the driveway. We got her in. Probably gonna work on this tomorrow. It's getting late. Yep.
Round number 3. So we're out here working on the 240 in the garage. We got Brendan under the car, wrenching hard.
He's being a bitch. He's trying to get this shit done tonight. And we just ain't about it.
What time is it?
It's fucking
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
I was gonna say, if we
And
by 10, let's put it back in.
we have work tomorrow and school, so
I don't.
fuck up. So yeah, I'm ready to call it a night. This thing decided to hover, so we can get under there. Yeah.
Can you go put it in music?
She's coming along. This was making that hideous squeaking noise in the transmission.
What are you pointing at?
And he took that out, put the clutch in backwards like a dope. Alright guys, under the car we are. We got the drive shaft out. Oh, oh. I'm not sure what the fuck he's doing. Honestly, that noise is terrible. Stop. No!
Alright. Now we gotta get the top exhaust off.
I think he's taking out the cats. He's doing a cat delete.
So right now we're just gonna take the strut out for no apparent reason. 1. and you're done.
Look at that. Nice and tight that fast. It's the way to go. Just buy one of these impacts, man. They're even pretty durable. Alright. They're pretty durable. Especially if you get Milwaukee. All metal internals.
What the fuck? You just done the same thing.
Alright, guys.
Oh boy.
It's coming out again.
It's only the second time.
This time we're in the garage now. It's shitty ass rocks outside. So hey, listen to what he says.
We're moving to Mexico, guys. It's official.
Yup, moving to Mexico.
So any street racing videos you see from here on out are going to be taking place in Mexico.
Just wiggle that whole thing with me. Alright, let her down. Wait. Let it down a little bit.
Keep going.
Yep. You're good.
Alright, well now what?
There it is. Gotta get it off the jack. Ready? Move your hand. Alright, guys.
Tranny's out. That was probably the fastest tranny fucking drop ever.
She's out. Again. Hopefully this is the last time. There's the eBay Stage 2 clutch. Stage 4. Oh, Stage 4, my bad. Going in. A Stage 4 clutch for 80 bucks. Sounds like they put some time and effort into buying that. The pressure plate's coming out right. Gonna get shit for removing two bolts next to each other. Removing what? Two bolts right next to each other. It's not like, no, we're not putting them in that way, so. Alright, what's going on, guys? So it's the next day. I got the tranny in, drive shaft, tranny mounts, starter. So all we're gonna do is put the fluid in and then start it, and hopefully that noise is gone. If it's not, then it's a pilot bearing, but I guess we'll see. There was a little spacer in there. I'll show you that now. It's like a little spacer. One of my buddies with a S14 2J came over and he was helping out, but we found out this is from the automatic and it's not needed in the standard transmission, so hopefully it starts. Doesn't make that noise. If it is, it's the pilot bearing. But just gonna put the fluid in and then we'll try starting it and see what happens. Alright guys, so if any of you have ever worked on a transmission, you know tranny fluid smells like complete shit. So I'm gonna try and pour this in without spilling it anywhere. I cannot stand the smell of this stuff right now. It smells so bad. We're ready to put the shifter on and start it up, see what if it makes that noise anymore, but really hope it doesn't. Alright, so we got the shifter. We're gonna send it in. Just like that, I guess. So we got all of the tranny shifter bolts in. We're gonna, when we took the tranny out, like the starter wire got all messed up, so I'm just gonna fix that real quick and then we'll start it up. And hopefully it works, because if it does, I'll be so happy. Alright guys, so here's the moment of truth. I'm just letting the battery charge a tiny bit more and then we're gonna try and start it. I'm so hyped if this worked. I think I have to re-bleed the clutch, but it's not a big deal. Alright guys, so it turns out I never had the clutch in backwards. The only problem is that that automatic spacer was on the bolt, so it was hitting the rivets on the clutch disc. This little thing, this is the problem of everything so far. But the tranny, the clutch isn't making any more noises, and it's working pretty mint. I guess I'm just gonna lower it and take it for a little test drive, see how it is, but I kind of don't want to because it's raining out, but fuck it, I guess I'm going to. So, I guess the coolant is still leaking from somewhere. I have a pretty good idea. There's a line that's like not fully connected in there. So I'm just gonna take this coolant line off. I already drained the coolant. And then I'm gonna try and tighten that and see if there's like leak marks from over there. But if there's not, I really don't know why it's leaking, but I guess we'll figure it out eventually.
I don't know what I'm gonna say.
Right now, I'm gonna be like, alright, so
guys,
what are we doing?
We're just hammering some bread right now.
We're taking the pilot bearing out with some bread, if that even works. Is it coming out?
Try hitting it with the other side of the extension.
We need something like a little wider, I think.
I can't believe we're doing this.
We'll see if it works.
If not, we just wasted a piece of bread and there's people starving.
I'm eating it.
He's eating it, don't worry. Show him the clutch, Adrian. Right here. Let me explain it.
This side.
Alright guys, so we were drifting last night, and look what happened to the clutch. Missing some chunks, this side's about flat. Oh well.
He's a little toasted.
We'd have some clips to show you, but someone forgot to push the record button.
No, turn the mic on.
There'll just be no sound.
No, we can put the clips in, there'll just be no sound.
Tim, what this is?
Put the clips of
The back of this?
no audio drifting now.
Alright, I'm putting on some stock wheels because my tires are wearing out. Also gonna go do some skids.
Alright, so we're in Mexico right now. Yeah. Gonna be shredding some tires pretty soon. Alright, here we go. Nice little skid, starting off
One
the
way
night.
peel.
Alright, what's going on guys? So, we got a little package in the mail today. Some eBay junk, but we're gonna need it for the drift event because if you guys didn't see in like 2 minutes ago, my other clutch blew out. So, we got the pilot bearing remover. We're gonna throw the manual pilot bearing in. And then the slide hammer is to go with the pilot bearing remover to let the pilot bearing out. So, we'll just open up this eBay junk right now. But for some reason this one's already looking better than the stage 4 that they had in the car. So we'll throw it in and I guess we'll take it for a little test drive later too, but I'm not going to break in this clutch because one, I'm only using it for that event and then to move the car around like to my house and shit. So it's only going to be used for that event, and then over the winter I'm going to buy a legit stage 2 clutch kit. Just a disc and pressure plate because the flywheel in there is like a $300 one from Njuku, so that's on the good side, but we'll throw this in, take the old pilot bearing out, put the manual pilot bearing in, and then we'll take it for a little test drive. Alright guys, what's up? We got the car on jack stands, getting the slide hammer and the pilot bearing remover ready. Whoa. It's a little dark in here. Alright, so I don't know what just happened, but it's not as dark anymore, but the battery on this is almost dead, so I'm going to charge that while I start taking out the pilot bearing. And then Tim's going to come over. We're going to get the tranny back in. Alright guys, so we got this non-sketchy like pilot bearing remover from AutoZone.
That's what he said.
I mean advanced, because AutoZone sells junk parts or tools. So we're just going to try this one because the other one broke on the second hit.
Outside the door.
Alright guys, so we got some 350Z rims Tim's letting me borrow for the drift event.
They look good.
They're gonna fit pretty good.
Decent.
Looks good.
Can't wait.
It is jacked up, you can remember that.
We're gonna go for a rip if we ever get this pilot bearing out, but once we do, I'll get back to you guys. Alright guys, so I don't know if this is a smart idea or a stupid idea, but we're sharpening the edges on the pilot bearing remover so we can get the pilot bearing out, because these ones it's just not sharp enough. Alright guys, that's all for this video. The pilot bearing remover didn't work, so we're gonna go to Walmart and get a Dremel, and hopefully we can just chop it out, hopefully. Fingers crossed, but we got the new rims on. It looks pretty good.
I would if I ran.
They look good. Those wheels. He should keep those.
Yeah, why not?
Probably will.
I'd paint them. I don't know color.